Yeah, late night. You know how it is when you get back from the club. Down in the dirty. You know how it is when you get back from the club. Talk to him. Down in the dirty. Yeah. What's good, everybody in the building? World Combat Sports Saturday on this Friday. I say again, what's good, everybody? World Combat Sports back at it on the Friday. You say, why in the hell he coming on so late? I just had some stuff to take care of today. I had to go out in the city a little bit, let my people know I'm still on these streets. You know what I'm saying? I still had to go out and see what was popping. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always something going down in the ATL, shout. Guarantee it. It's fight night this week. You know, people want to come over and talk about, well, I bring some wings over there. No, you bring your pockets, goddammit. You don't bring no wings. You bring your pockets. And then, therefore, you take your palm, open it up, place it next to your body. Whatever dominant hand you use to go into your pocket and get money, just slide it down nicely into the area for which your money sits, whether open or in a wallet, and you retrieve it the best way you know how, via index and thumb together or a clenched fist. It really doesn't matter. But it's fight night. Y'all Negroes gonna pay. Y'all gonna help pay for this goddamn fight card now. There's some heavy things going on. What is good, everybody? Appreciate y'all stepping in. 11:30, man. I know y'all don't have shit to do. I just came in. Lawrence William, what's good, man? I just came in the building to see what y'all was up to, man, and let you know that the fight cards, check the descriptions. I put the fight odds or in the description. You know what I mean? The fight odds are in the description. And yes, I put both of the Charlos on there, but I'm not sure why they're not displaying on the YouTube side of the house, just the Facebook. But we all know what it is. Point blank, period. This card with Jermell Charlo versus Jeison Rosario is the banger. You got Riel Casimero, bantamweight WBO world champion, versus Duke Micah. I like Casimero, man. You know, he has the highlights. You know, he spent a lot of time, you know, frosting the top of his hair, giving that, you know, that different look as he was sitting in a tattoo parlor. You know, the man has a lot of ink on him, but he can fight. You know, he can fight. And definitely it's going to be entertaining. It's a nice matchup. They built up Jermell's fight card pretty good. And this is going to be for the WBO bantamweight title. Now, if you're asking yourself, why isn't John Casimero fighting Naoya Inoue? Because of money issues. That's why. They couldn't come to an agreement. So, you know, they had to change up, and Jason Maloney is going to get the shot at Inoue. Which I'll tell you right now, I think Inoue beats him. But unfortunately, money was an issue that the Casimero and Inoue fight couldn't be made. Could you imagine Inoue, Casimero on this card right here? That should be hot, bro. That'd be a stick of dynamite needed, man. Inoue fighting Casimero on this card? Hell yeah. With Luis Nery, Aaron Alameda for the vacant WBC Super Bantamweight title. Man, this is going to be nice, man. So many people will come to check out the fiery, you know, man himself, Luis Nery. A lot of big hype behind this fighter. I can't say he's boring to watch. Does have respectable power. And we all looking forward to seeing him locking up. Let me go back over here. M. Greg 1964 in the building. What's good, man? Yeah, gotta make them pay, man. They trying to get over. They trying to get over. They trying to talk about bring some chicken wings up in here, like I can't get chicken wings myself, man. I need something that's gonna be conducive and contributive to what's going on, and that is a full blown two fight card, two different fight cards, two different locations. Matter of fact, it's really three. You know, you got Josh Taylor against Amnon Kung Sung. You know, then you have freaking the Charlo brothers, of course. At the end of UFC 253, you have the one and only last style bender Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. But these Charlos, man, they go 2-0. What does it do for their career if they go 2-0 against Derevyanchenko and Jeison Rosario? It's much needed. You're not getting any younger if they go 2-0, and especially Jermall Charlo go in there. And from what I think, what I believe, if he's able to get through Sergiy Derevyanchenko and, you know, land the right shots early, you know, like Triple G sat him down early. But I think with Jermall Charlo, I think if he does it, he has enough to keep the pressure on him the right way. That's what I believe. If it happened or not, that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story. But I do believe he has the cardio and the power to keep Derevyanchenko off of him. You know, Derevyanchenko, you know, he has a small frame. I don't think he's going to be able to handle, especially if Charlo start feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? He get that spirit early. He find out that he can really move Derevyanchenko around the ring. Shit, it might be a very short night. It might be an extremely short night, for real. I really don't like putting KOs off anybody, but, you know, I like doing it when there's comparisons. And the comparisons to me is how he fought Triple G. I don't think Triple G moved like Jermall Charlo. I don't think, you know, in comparing both of these fighters, they're not the same fighter. But don't get it twisted. Triple G, you know, he can stand in the pocket and throw some hard shots. He'll take some hard shots to give hard shots. He's not afraid to stand there and take 2 for 1. That's just what Triple G does. But I don't think for any second of this fight that Jermall Charlo, if he connects well on Derevyanchenko will just choose to homestead. You know what I'm saying? Do the mannequin challenge right there. Because if he does it, the mannequin challenge and try to fight in the pocket with Jermall Charlo, he might go to the beach and sunbathe under the lights a little bit earlier than what he expected. When he see the ref waving his hands, you know, over him, talking about, hey, be careful, just relax, relax. And you ask him that question, what happened? What's going on? Oh, the fight's over with. Just relax. The doctor's on his way in. Just relax. The doctor's on his way in. Don't worry about nothing. You'll be okay. I'm glad you finally came through. We was a little bit worried there. You've been out for 3 minutes. But we're going to take care of you, all right? We're going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. You don't have to stay in the bubble no more. Once you come to, you go back there, you get checked by medical. They're going to have you drink some liquid, get you right. Then you go back to your room. Hey, by the time you catch the flight home, it was all done on you. That, you know, you got put out. You got your lights put out. Charlo put you to sleep. For Jeison Rosario, man, I really think he has a good chance to prove that he's a legitimate junior middleweight. Not only that he's one of the best in boxing. Seriously. If Jeison Rosario can go ahead and stick to the plan and use his power in spurts, I wouldn't say go in there and go power for power with Charlo, because the only thing it's going to be for him is a sweet tooth. Just box. Box early. Don't go in there and make it a brawl. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a sprint. You gotta be smart. Jeison Rosario has to be smart because Charlo's gonna give you every bit of headhunting you want or you ever desired in the early part of the round. That's what Charlo's gonna do. He wants to test the envelope. He needs to test the envelope. He's there to cash checks. And if you wasting his time from going and cashing that check, man, he gonna test you out. Another thing I believe that's 50-50, really. Until I see different is chins. I can't, because Rosario, because he been stopped before, I can't say, well, at this point in time, he ain't never Charlo gonna touch him on the chin. Look, he knocked down Tony Harrison in the early round. I think it was the first or second round. He got up. And then not until he was playing around and probably getting a little bit tired, Tony Harrison was stopped in the 11th, I think. But this is my point. Charlo is not a knockout artist. Jermell Charlo is not a knockout artist. He isn't. You see these guys like Nathaniel Gallimore, he's not getting knocked out, but he had some losses on his record. And, his last fight with a guy who was much more taller and rangier, he was just taking too much punishment. And the fight was stopped. In this case, Maul can potentially score TKO if he get him hurt that bad. But I truly, man, the energy I'm getting off Jeison Rosario, man. He's coming to fight for everything. He's coming to fight for everything he honors. You know what I'm saying? He coming to prove to the people that's sitting up here, the naysayers, that's counting him short off one loss that he has on his record. He's coming here to prove to the Jermell Charlo, he can give him his second loss. This would be huge for Jermell Charlo. Somebody better have the chaplain ringside, leaning on the apron. If Jermell Charlo loses, somebody better have a whole chaplain there. You know what I'm saying? A group of 6 to 12 freaking life coaches. Somebody better have 2 Southern Baptist preachers. It needs to be a team there religiously to calm him down. There need to be at least about 2 to 3 psychologists. I'm being honest. It's not going to be nice if he loses. Real talk, people. Derevyanchenko beats Triple G's butt. Yeah, we know that. We know he gave Triple G a good fight, man. But when it comes down to age, mobility, just where, I don't like peak. I don't like saying prime or whatever. But right now, in my opinion, Charlo is blossomed to where he should be performing his best right now competitively. He's strong, injury free. I haven't heard any injuries or whatever. And they right where they need to be in their career. But this is a tougher fight than what people are going to give Jermell Charlo for until they in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I hear it. I see what's going on. And, people take him for granted and said, Jeison, this is not his first full camp. But it may be his first full camp on what he is able to have all the ingredients that he needed to perform for this moment. That's probably what he's saying. I have all the ingredients. I have the right team. I have everybody, that's around me. I feel good. My nutrition's good. He made weight. It's time to party, y'all. It is. It's time to party, man. Rosario is the most underrated factor in this card. Yeah, Rosario, man, he should do damn good things on this card. In this fight with Jermell Charlo. Like I said before, do me a favor and make sure you have anybody that's going to be in close proximity. You know, tell them if they are qualified, and have, at least about potentially 45 to 50 hours in of counseling. They need to be ringside. They need to be somewhere close to the bubble if Mel Charlo takes this second loss. I'm telling you. Just tell them to rent a school bus. Get all the freaking life coaches, psychologists, therapists. I'm talking about Boy Scout leaders. Man, we need to get some politicians over there. Some hypnotists. Hypnotists. Get some hypnotists, right? Tell them to come on up deck. Oh, deck, man, because Charlo gonna need it, bruh. And grab a bottle of Patron. You know what I'm saying? Just to calm them down. Something. This ain't gonna be nice, man. I'm going for Charlo to go in there and make that shit happen. I like what I seen with Tony Harrison. Dude had the eye of a motherfucking honey badger, Kodiak bear. He was focused the whole fight. I like that. He stayed there. But still, a little bit for my taste, he was headhunting too much. Everything boxing, what is good, man? I could have sworn I put all the times. I put all the times below, but that might have been on the Facebook side of the house, but the fights are going to start tomorrow evening. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna start tomorrow evening. At the press, the Charlos sound angry and unappreciated. Maybe they're seeking what they deserve. Only thing I can say about the Charlos being angry, it's not the first time. It is repeated behavior. That's how the Charlo is. Just imagine you had a twin on deck. Both of us would probably act a little different. I know I would. You know what I'm saying? You either close with your twin, or you ain't. I can understand the Charlos getting, having a little attitude, but goddamn it, you didn't promote yourself. You up here on IG talking all that other bullshit. You could have been stopping through some of these this new media, this segues, man, and talking it up. But no, y'all want to do all the smoke with Steven Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't get no love down this month. You went to all the sites. They had 100,000, 200,000 subscribers to it. You just wanted to wait till all the, promos started with Showtime. So how you not appreciate it? If you don't talk to the regular fans, if we don't have a connection with you, then how you become a breakout megastar? How are you going to do it? It don't matter how you win in the ring. If no one can say they can approach you, or they feel like there's a connection, like someone can connect with you without actually physically being there next to you and see you in a person. They can see you on, places where they go all the time, especially here on social media. They can just see you on some sites and everything, and then say, okay, man, goddamn. Mel Charlo down to earth a little bit. Okay. All right, man. You get more fans in there. But all they was on IG. But this would be a great, great fight, man. Unification, one step closer to potentially unifying the entire division, man. I'm happy for them too. And both of them deserve to be here. Both of these fighters, Jermell Charlo and Jeison Rosario, deserves to be here. Real talk. Jermell Charlo is 33-1, y'all. 17 knockouts. Jeison Rosario, he's sitting at 21-1. I leave Jeison Rosario's 14 knockouts. He has a little less knockouts, but it's not that much of a disparity. you know. And that single loss that he faced was versus Nathaniel Gallimore. That's been a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about what? Jeison Rosario fought Nathaniel Gallimore back in 2017, I believe. That's been a minute. It's been about 3 years. A little over 3. We good. We good. We good. Say less. Man, we up here in the late night, man. Hey, mine. Hey, whoever want to damn jump on, let me know, man. I'm gonna drop the link out here. I'm not gonna be on here for a long time. But there go the link for anybody that want to pull up, talk about this fight weekend, whether it be mixed martial arts or goddamn boxing. Combine the two, they still full contact combat sports. You know what I mean? 253 in the building at Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. Middleweight championship on the line in the main event, and also in the co-main event, the vacant light heavyweight title, formerly held by the one and only John Bones Jones. It will be contended by Dominick Reyes and Juan Blachowicz. My prediction on this main event, I mean, it takes me back to 2 undefeated fighters, y'all. I'm not sure all y'all was looking at, at fighting back then, but 2009, you know what I'm saying? Lyoto Machida, Rashad Evans. Both undefeated. I think Lyoto was 14-0 and Shaw was 13-0. Man, how long that was. How many fights they have had since then. But that was in the light heavyweight division. This is going to be in the middleweight division. Both of these guys are undefeated. So check this out. What I believe Adesanya has better all around than Paulo Costa is his range etiquette. His IQ when it comes to keeping his range properly from his kickboxing days. He absolutely has the skill set and cachet to pick you apart from a distance. He is absolutely a sniper. He is what you call special forces in mixed martial arts. The dude has skill. He has the height. He has the freaking density. Dude has the speed. He has the cage IQ to set his opponents up. And he pretty much does it without seeming like he's doing too much of anything. But he's busy setting traps in there. And that's a problem that I see with Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa, in my opinion, can be a little bit psychological linear. He thinks one way. He's one of those individuals who has a problem with insularity. He picks himself one way on how to go about attacking someone, and that's what he does. And he would go out full force and try to use all that energy up with that big frame, all those muscles that he has, and those muscles demand oxygen. And he tried to get in there and just take, Adesanya's head off. He's going to definitely try to get in close. And in mixed martial arts, man, the beauty of the dynamic is you can have someone as big as, Paulo Costa that may be around 195, close to 200 on fight night. And Adesanya was up there with a camera hanging off his neck. So, he came in there at least on the scales 182, something like that, 182. So when he rehydrates or whatever, it's going to be still in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be probably high 80s. That's it. But Paulo Costa, most definitely in the 90s. Probably low 200s. But if he pushes Adesanya up against the cage and try to wear him down early, or even try to take down, and he doesn't get it, watch what I'm telling you. Paulo Costa chooses to clinch early with Adesanya. Why? Both fighters are fresh. And he puts all that energy into trying to take Adesanya down because he may think him being a BJJ black belt that he can do his best work on the ground. And this is mixed martial arts. A lot of time people don't understand this is mixed martial arts. A black belt can really get blitzed by a white belt on the ground. We're not talking about a no-gi tournament. This is mixed martial arts. So according to what happened from the time you were standing to the point where you're on the canvas, and you have to make sure you are very aware of the advancement of the top position and also the advancement of the bottom position. And during that time, strikes are allowed. You can hit a downed opponent. So once you're striking a downed opponent, that further degrades the health of that opponent if they're taking shots. And Costa may indeed find himself on the bottom. But that doesn't mean Adesanya is going to engage him. If he's able to get side control or anything, I would think that Paulo Costa is strong enough to use his base in a short period of time to make it back to his feet, frame out of it, and get back to his feet. But it's easier said than done with a tall fighter like Adesanya. I want to see who's stronger on the cage. If it does go to the cage, I want to see who's stronger. You know, forget the over-unders. I just want to see who has the better not the delegation part. I just want to see who has the better decision-making skills up against the cage on what they choose to do. Are we going to see some punches, some elbows, or some inside, outside thigh kicks? You know what I'm saying? Will either fighter try to change levels and go for the takedown? I just want to see how's that going to work out, because obviously Paulo Costa is the bigger fighter. And a lot of me feels like the only person who's been talking about size, all the time is Adesanya. Paulo Costa really haven't been talking about it. But the only thing that he's been able to do is kind of psych Adesanya out about, he tried to toss a white belt over there. A white belt. He tried to pull a Conor McGregor and toss a white belt over there, y'all. But that's crazy. I mean, because Acosta came out with his black belt on. And he tossed the white belt over there towards Adesanya. And Adesanya just went livid. He that's the most I've seen him upset. To this lead up. And pretty much in most of his press conference. But let me explain something to you people. How important it is for Paulo Costa to earn some stock in these first two rounds. Because if you're able to earn some stock in the first two rounds and degrade and diminish the confidence in Adesanya early, it's definitely going to work out great for Costa if they make it to the third round. Definitely. Because I'm thinking to myself, if you put him in adversity, and if you're able to do anything to take away that speed that Adesanya has, and, make him start second guessing himself, then the fight may become a bit more interesting, all because Adesanya has made it easy for Costa to fight his own game plan. That means getting close, fighting up close, staying away from those long kicks that Adesanya has. Get in close, land some good shots, some elbows, some low leg kicks. Paulo Costa, to be big as he is, he can kick you in the head now. I want to see if he's going to be able to break down Adesanya in that perspective. You know, because I already told you, Adesanya is that striker, former kickboxer, that is perfect at the way he beautifully arranged his montage of strikes. He can put together a beautiful set for you, combinational set, and make it look easy. And I'm going to tell you, if he knocks down Paulo Costa early in the fight, I believe he will stop him in the fight. I'm not saying if he knocks him down in the second round, he's going to stop him in the second round. But if Adesanya, in my opinion, drops Costa before the third round, I'm talking about like at the end of the second round, any type of adversity to the point where Costa it seemed like he's tired, he's gassing out, he's going to be in trouble. He's not going to make it to the final bell. Because obviously Adesanya has the better cardio out of the two, period. Adesanya has the better cardio out of the two. Everything boxing in the building. Salute to you, man. Didn't even see your comment over there. Let me read some of these comments in the live chat. What's good there, Keon? He said, who you got in the two UFC main events? Let's get your breakdown. I'm basically breaking down the middleweight main event right now, because I see it like, you know, when it comes to the striking game of Adesanya, you have to take his kickboxing pedigree and apply it to the level of Paulo Costa, and it doesn't add up nowhere, shape, or form. You know, a striking game when it comes to the legs, yeah, both of these guys can throw kicks. You know, Paulo Costa, as you've seen the Romero fight, he kicked him in the head. You know, I mean, he can kick, but not like Adesanya. Adesanya has a sneaky question mark kick. Will leave you goddamn looking goofy and wanting a box of Captain Crunch. I'm telling you. He has a question mark kick that'll pop you in your head, and he does it very, very smooth, how he switches hips out and land that kick. Man, you'll probably see it with his right leg. Adesanya's right leg, if he throws that question mark kick on Paulo Costa. As far as hands go, both of these guys have legitimate boxing, okay? But in boxing, transferable over the mixed martial arts boxing is very, very different. It's very different because their whole point is to throw punches to set something else up. And what I mean by that is if they plan on throwing a 1-2 punch and then, you know, bow tied with a leg kick, or throw a 1-2 punch and change levels for a takedown, throw a 1-2 to close in distance and maybe land an elbow. You know, the combinations, they can match it up with everything. They have multiple levels that they attach to damaging their opponent. It's not just with boxing. Okay, you step in, boom, step out, you know, reset, you know, let me throw a hook here, follow that up. You know, you have different processes in mixed martial arts on what you're trying to do. It depends on if you want to, you know, button it up with a high kick at the end, or you want to start off and throw a low calf kick and then come in with a right and then with a left. You know, your combination can start with your leg, and then you can clean it up with your hands. Or you might come in with a jab and then try to land a knee. It all depends on the reaction that you get from your opponent. That's mixed martial arts, people. It's just too much going on. You know, the whole training is much different boxing-wise than it is for the regular sport of boxing. A concern of mine with Paulo Costa is his weight. I know he spent a lot of time doing count losing weight. And I'm going to tell you what that's going to do. I'm not sure if a lot of you have probably cut from 240 down to like 185 before, but I have. when I competed in California, I cut down from 243 all the way down to like 186. It took me a time, but I wasn't trying to rush, the fight. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it for another reason. But I'm telling you, the weight cut, from what we saw Paulo Costa sitting in the stand, how big he was, for him to jump down and start cutting weight like that, it's just amazing, man. It's just amazing. I'm pretty, you know how they say, if you have a guy like Adesanya who's the rabbit, you know what I'm saying? You know the story. We're gonna see if it's the rabbit or the hare. I mean, or the damn turtle. You know what I'm saying? The turtle or the hare, goddammit. Because Paulo Costa has all this weight on his body. I'm just curious to know how he's gonna feel if he finds himself fighting off the back foot against Adesanya. Because it can happen real quick. Adesanya kicks him in the head a couple of times, or he feels Adesanya power, and it's a little bit more than what he expected. That means Paulo Costa has to fight out on the outside. He has to sweep the outside of the cage until he gets comfortable with trying to get on the inside. There's many levels to this game. The one level we all puzzled about right now to see if it's actually going to even attempt to go down there is what? The ground game. We know it's going to be a stand-up striking affair, but we want to know what that ground game like, that takedown defense, because Adesanya has solid takedown defense, and so does Paulo Costa to a point, But the one fucked up thing I know between both of them, they're not going to try too much for the takedown because of their cardio. Watch. Okay, so Nick Diaz said Acosta is going to knock out Adesanya. Damn. He just went all in on that prediction. He said, I ain't playing around. It's fucking late. It's about to be freaking Saturday already. Goddamn Diaz say, shit, I'm about to go find brother Nate. And we about to go in the street and try to look for Connor to slap his ass around a little bit. Shit. We already got our goddamn Kush with us. We good. Tone Brown in the building. Adesanya sometimes has a bad tendency of dropping his hand and leaving his chin in the air. The one thing about that, Tone, is that makes all the sense in the world. The bad thing about it is Paulo Costa is not quick enough to capitalize off of it unless he's within proper distance, because Adesanya has such long limbs. He's gonna have to get in close to be able to counter that shit if his hand is down. And in a lot of I would say to a point, Adesanya keeps his hand down because he don't feel, he gazes his optics are very well, man, in distance gauging. And he feel that if his opponent isn't close to counter him, he don't worry about it. He'll just keep his hands down. He don't care. If you ever see that clip where Conor McGregor was walking, as you were, you see that clip when Floyd was walking towards Conor McGregor and McGregor stuck that jab out there and Floyd wasn't worried about because he was at proper distance. He wasn't worried about it. And then jab barely touched the front of Floyd's nose when he was walking in. That's distance gauging, man. He knows his distance well. And Costa's going to have to take risks, man. I think if he can get in and just, take risks early, he can do some damage. But, I'm curious to see if he's going to exhaust all that energy on the takedown, man. Yeah, that's a whole lot of weight, man. This dude, he's up there at 195, too. Goddamn looking like a light heavyweight. But, that will be a position for Paulo Costa later on in his career. You know what I'm saying? He will be contending at light heavyweight. But right now, if he comes in too high against Israel Adesanya, I do believe those muscles, man, will take a lot of oxygen to the point where he'll be heavy armed. Heavy armed around third or fourth round, and we ain't talking about motherfucking ammo either. We're talking about a lack of freaking energy, because all those muscles he got, that shit takes oxygen. And you see how thin Adesanya is. He's all for the speed. I'm telling you, that's why he came in with a camera on his neck. He's sending you all a message. He's going for the 5 rounds. And look, if Adesanya goes in there and give us that same uneventful performance that he did against Yoel Romero, man, he's going to lose more and more fans. They're going to say, man, you know what? You're a boring ass champ. You talk all this shit, but you don't want to take any risks because you think you're going to get knocked out. You might be a little spooked from Kevin Gastelum fight. If he goes in here and fight the way he did against Yoel Romero, the fans are going to turn on him big. I think Paulo Costa might beat him, even though I'm going for Adesanya. I don't know why people do that. They say, I think Costa will beat him, but I'm going for Adesanya. Hey, you got to pick one. Yeah, Keon, you got to pick one, man. Hold your square. You know what I'm saying? Just hold your square. Pick one, dog. It's going to be Adesanya or Costa, man. You got to pick one of them. As much as I want to say, okay, I think Costa has the goods to get it done. He just seems like he get a little bit like closed mind. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he's one-dimensional when it comes to his psychological, him just coming up with multiple game plans, adapting and changing. It doesn't seem like he do a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Just like Floyd say, a champion can adapt to anything. I don't see Paulo Costa just making changes like that for the better good of him. He's pressed forward, kill. I know I can kill him. And he'll goddamn sit up there, lip hanging down, both eyes damn near closed. It's the 4th round, and his corner say, hey, Paulo, you need a knockout. And Paulo said, I don't think I can do it, but I'll give it my best, boss. It's going to be too late. Adesanya is too slick to come out in the 5th round and be gassing. Adesanya is going to be good the whole fight cardio-wise. So it's going to be up to Costa to take away his wheels or something. You need to take away something about Adesanya so it can slow his ass down. He have to fight you in the pocket. Fight him in space. Invade his space. Be a present pressure fighter. Tire him down. And make it an interesting fight. Don't allow Adesanya to have his way. Adesanya he acts like a little spoiled little brat sometime. Freaking goddamn be in his space, man. Poke at him. Do some shit he ain't liking. Fuck with him a little bit. Because you can tell he seems a little entitled, Adesanya. He's a well-skilled striker. Real talk. He is legit. He's official. But I think if Costa, piss him off and get him out his rhythm and really hurt him with some legitimate strikes, whether it be leg kicks, which Costa has some pretty powerful leg kicks, or his hands, the fight will be interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be interesting. Charlo's winning and Adesanya winning. So what's up, Show? Show said, Charlo's winning and Adesanya winning. I got you. Paulo Costa needs to end it early. He has a weak cardio. Hey, we know that. And like I said before, Adesanya sent the message with the camera around his neck doing weigh-in. He has extra gear around his neck and still coming beneath the limit. He's coming below the limit. So, Diaz said, Paulo Costa needs to end it early. He has weak cardio. Yeah, the pace is going to have to be pushed. I think the only way the cardio is going to be tested early is if by chance they have to clinch and there has to be some type of effort to take the other down, whoever it may be. Because takedown defense is very, very tiring. It takes a lot to defend a takedown. Seriously. And I just don't see Adesanya trying to take Costa down early on when he's his most strongest. But I'm telling you, Adesanya has some sneaky damn strikes up against the cage he can potentially use against Paulo Costa. But I would like to see Paulo Costa try to get a takedown in the first 2 rounds. I would like for him to try to put Adesanya in a position to defend his BJJ black belt game. Nick Diaz, when Conor goddamn shot in, when Conor shot in on him out of desperation, Nick said, "Oh, damn, okay. Is this for real? Are you giving me all this? You seriously wrapping this up for me? You calling it a day? It's done? You calling it a night? You ain't trying to take it to the third. Okay. Let me pop you with the pop, 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 pop. Soften you up. Make you uncomfortable. Pop, 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 pop. Then Diaz kind of roll over and give Diaz his back. That was pretty much a wrap. He sunk that choke in. It was a wrap. I wonder if Costa can basically get Adesanya in a position like that. But once again, using my scenario, Conor McGregor was tired. He was taking those hands. The Stockton slap was all over his goddamn cranium. So he couldn't do shit. I said Costa, Adesanya. Didn't impress me at all his last few fights. Yeah, man. I agree, Keon. That was one of the worst fights ever in that division, man. Real talk. Like all the shit, leading up, Yoel Romero. Yoel has been in there. He's 42 years old now. And that's how much of a freak of an athlete he is because, it's not like no one's fought him. But they all are very careful, cautious on how they approach Yoel Romero. After they seen Chris Weidman, who loves being predictable, tried to go in for that takedown, and out of nowhere, Yoel hit him with that flying knee, and it was over. He's explosive. But a lot of his opponents, as he was moving up, learned that about him and pretty much determined I can outwork Yoel Romero. You know what I'm saying? You can outwork him. All you have to do is stay out of trouble, stay away from his power, and get him into the latter rounds and he starts to tire. You push the pace a little bit in the second round, get him all nice and tired. By the third, he's going to be waiting around. He was able to get better. He fought Robert Whittaker twice. I thought he beat Robert Whittaker in the second one. He fought Robert Whittaker twice. He fought Paulo Costa. He fought Paulo Costa and Israel Adesanya. I mean, what a resume. And now you're going to ask me who did it better. Who fought him better? Of course I'm going to say Paulo Costa because goddamn when the bell rung for Adesanya and Romero, Romero's just sitting up there doing whatever he was doing with his hands, just standing there. And Adesanya was just like, I'm just trying to look out into the crowd and see my crew and see if they're working on the dance moves we talked about. That's what my main concern. I'm a dancer first. mixed martial arts second. But I'm the last style bender. You know, I mean, I was just absolutely like puzzled about that fight. And I say, this is the worst. You tell me I want to be the first to stop him. I believe I can stop him. I'm that guy. I'm the first to stop him. I'm the last style bender. And he went in there and gave that man, 42 years old, mad respect. Yoel Romero like, I don't know. I think he fight. He didn't fight me. But I tell you, I'm dangerous. He didn't fight me. He didn't fight me. He talked. He talked like a shit. He didn't back it up. He didn't. Don't go there with me. Don't go there. I'm problem. Hey, one thing I can say about Yoel Romero, I wish he would have been able to win a title. But yet on the other side of it, they was talking he was a cheat at first, you know. And come to find out that he won a lawsuit that cleared him of being associated with the company who was providing him contaminated supplements. Contaminated. That means he was popping positive. It influenced the test that came back on him testing positive. And you want to hear what the verdict was? The verdict was a cool $27 million. So do you think it over in Cuba? I'm not sure how much money he received for that just yet. Do you think Romero is worried about the UFC? Like, god damn. I can't imagine what the party was like. Because Cuba got some bad women over there. And from what I understand right now, Yoel Romero, he's training down in Miami. So you know how Miami is. It's just as, you know, sunny and everything like that. Man, that's the only thing ATL is missing, a beach. If we had a beach in the ATL, if we had a beach, this would probably be a much more affluent spot to live, and people come down here to put on movies and shows and parties and everything. If we had a beach, because that's the only reason people in California, because of the weather. But see, it'll be kind of fucked up for us because it rained too much down here to have a beach. You know what I'm saying? And the beach might be there, but I'll take that back. Because, God damn it, the people in California, they pay for them to see the beach every goddamn morning. Every morning they wake up, they want to go down to the beach and see the dolphins down there. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty. I'm gonna tell you, you can't take your girl to California and fall in love by taking her to the beach early in the morning. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Just break up right now. Who you got in the co-main event? My co-main event is Dominick Reyes versus Juan Blachowicz. Now, Dominick Reyes is 12-1 right now, and he shouldn't be. He should be 13-0. But due to Jon Jones being the GOAT and have all the prestige, I mean prestige like none other, with all the trouble he's been in, people still come back and cheer Jon Jones. That is the amazing. Listen to me, Keon. This is what's so fucking amazing about Jon Jones. When it comes to black fighters in boxing, black fighters in mixed martial arts, it's different. It's a different type of aura about it. Jon Jones has did some crazy stuff. I'm talking about this, the type of criminality you would think Deontay Wilder has done. John Jones and Deontay Wilder is somewhat built different, similar. They're in shape. They're tall, slim frame, athletic frame. And, they're always in shape. John Jones has been a part of a hit and run, all that shit. And people love this guy. People love this cat. So him coming back while DC was the champion, DC say, fuck it. I ain't fighting John Jones a third time. It's not a trilogy if you lost 0-2. I'm vacating the belt. That's what DC did. I'm vacating the belt. I'm going up here to the heavyweight division. So therefore, John Jones came back, picked up the belt. And then he said, you know what? It's time for me to get paid more. It's time for me to make some moves. I have to start establishing that I am the best to do it. So I'm going to try to go up the heavyweight division. So John right now is pending a, I wouldn't say a recess retirement if there's ever a quote, but he is retired. He vacated the light heavyweight. So the last person that gave him a good fight was Dominick Reyes, a former football player. I like Dominick Reyes, man. Juan Blachowicz has more power, but Dominick Reyes has more skill. At the end of the day, all around, his boxing skills combined with his kicks and the way he moves, the way he cut them angles and pivot out and keep those low calf kicks coming and keep his opponent off balance. That's what he did to John Jones. Every time John thought he was going to lead with that teep kick or that oblique kick, Dominique said, nope, snap. He popped him inside leg kick and bowled it up nice with a left right. You know what I'm saying? 2-punch combination. He did that so many times, man. And the good thing about mixed martial arts is that you can switch stances anytime. I think he's going to do the same thing with Blachowicz. I don't think he's going to allow him to be first. And if Blachowicz cannot slow Reyes down, even though they had like a short fight camp, if he can't slow the man down, he's going to have issues doing this fight. Reyes, y'all don't sleep on his boxing. Don't sleep on his boxing. Blachowicz may have the most power in his hands, but don't sleep on Dominick Reyes' power. And in that fight with John Jones, he did not get hit a lot. Remember, I told you that. He didn't get hit a lot. That's going to be a big deal. I'm definitely going for Reyes. There's no other way I would go. There's no other way, homie. I'm going for Dominick Reyes, man. He's very, very smooth with his delivery on how he thinking there. If you want that jab active, he'll keep it out there. If he want to lead, if he want to lead with leg kicks first and then close it up with hands, he'll do it. If he want to, just use his movement and pop a 1-2 combination out there, even the jab, he'll do it. And time, John Jones wanted to rush in. It was an outside leg kick coming, then inside leg kick, and then by the time John Jones knew it, he reset. He even had John Jones running out the pocket one time when he was landing punches up against the cage. John Jones was looking like Alexander Gustafsson. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I say, damn, John looking like Usain Bolt. Unfreaking believable. I definitely have Dominick Reyes winning that light heavyweight championship 13-1. And how he's going to do it, A part of me feels that he can knock Blachowicz out. A part of me feels that way. But then having a short fight camp, 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece, I'm not sure how fast he's going to press the gas out the gate. I think if he had a good, solid training camp for this fight and it wasn't rushed to make a fight card for them to be the co-main event, then I think he would come out there just a little bit more speed, active early on, and try to go for the knockout, man. And not even that, just try to potentially push it up against the cage, man. The people don't know how detrimental the cage is. Like defending someone pushing you up against the cage and you don't have nowhere to go, you really have to know what you're doing. You might want to go to, one of these gyms and go to see them practice. That shit is tiresome looking at it. So imagine somebody pressing you up against the cage or the mats in the gym, and you got to work your way to a better position. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, it take more than freaking underhook position. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can say, "Oh, I just need an underhook. Just give me that underhook. Give me that over under. Let me put that seatbelt on. Oh, let me try to change positions, change levels, go for a single." You try to change levels, go for a single, and start receiving elbows. Incoming. Yes, martial arts. You change level and go for a takedown. You can get strikes to the head, elbows. We just seen Johnny Walker do it. Johnny Walker did the Ryan Spann. Dropped his big ass. Johnny Walker using all the avenues. Just don't allow somebody to change levels and try to go for a single double without making them pay for it. Don't do it. But I have Adesanya in the main event. I have Paulo Costa, giving a valiant effort. But I do feel he's going to gas in a 5-round fight, 5 minutes apiece. I do. Especially if he can't knock Adesanya out, he get him in trouble. He can't knock him out. I really want for him to kind of test his jiu-jitsu, against Adesanya. Pick the right moment to get in close without getting his doorbell rung. And let's see what happened. And then Dominick Reyes. I'm not sure how much the people are going to respect him. I don't know. He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. I don't know if he's going to be this big superstar where people want to come see him fight all the time and all that. And then when he pick up the belt, I don't know how long he's going to keep it. But he is damn talented. If you're watching Dominick, I said it. Dominick Reyes, watch what I tell you when you see him fight. He's a talented dude, man. Dominick Reyes can fight, man. And don't forget, for you old school mixed martial arts heads, Diego the Nightmare Sanchez is going to be on the card, y'all. Can you believe Diego the Nightmare Sanchez is going to be on the card? I'm not going to lie. He's out there right now. I can't say it's because of him being in the fight game. No. He's always been out there just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But right now, how he speaks certain things on a astrology level or psychological, depth of understanding that only certain people are educated in. A few anomaly of individuals are educated to the depth for which he's trying to go. He be trying to walk us through where his mind is at right now. He's the one that showed up to the last fight and he didn't even have a freaking trainer, y'all. He didn't have a team no more. He just had one guy who is his coach, and that's it. And of course he lost that fight. He lost the fight. I don't know what's going on with Diego, but I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan of the Nightmare Sanchez, period. Period. So let me go in here and now y'all see Ketlen Viera against Sijara Eubanks at the women's bantamweight division. You know, of course, the scales and everything is a little wookie. But 145, not for 145, the 135 pound division, bantamweight division. You know, you got the creme de la creme and Amanda Nunes. She's the lioness. She's giving the Charlos a little run for their money now. The lioness is worn, you know, a lion head too now. She's the champ in 2 divisions at the same damn time. She's the bantamweight champion and the featherweight champion. Sijara Eubanks is an absolute beast of a BJJ. Elite grappler. Elite. She's made leaps and bounds changes in her mixed martial arts career. She's keep getting better and better and better. It's all about her putting it together enough to get her that title shot. Seriously. It was at one point in time where they had just started the women's flyweight division, which is the 125 pound division. So Nika Montano fought for the vacant title. But from my understanding, Sijara Eubanks, when she was at 25, she was going to fight for it. And then the people was like, nah, that's a garbage fight, man. No, don't do it. So the fight was scrapped, and Nika Montana ended up fighting somebody else. So she won the title. And then Dana White said, okay, Montano, you're going to fight Valentina Shevchenko, the Bullet. Do you know that she came to like the open workouts and all this shit? And then after that, when it got down to, I'm not sure if it was on the day of the weigh-ins, Nika Montano disappeared. She was the champion, and she did not want that ass whooping. She didn't want that motherfucking head kick that Jessica Eva I was getting. She didn't want that shit. She disappeared and she said she went to the hospital because she had stomach issues. Dana White stripped her the belt. We ain't never heard of Nika Montano again, even coming close to getting a title shot, because she tried to basically play the system and thought she was gonna stay champion, and then step back in there another time when she had more time to face Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina is the same one who had fought Amanda Nunes twice already. She fought her twice at bantamweight 135, and then Dana decided, okay, let me open up the flyweight division, and that's when, you know, Nika Montano was one of the first to fight for a vacant title. But shit, Valentina said, oh, hell no. I'm about to go down here and goddamn drag this female. I'm way better than her. When Montano found out she was facing Valentina Shevchenko, the Bullet, her ass disappeared like David Copperfield. David Blaine was right by. Yeah, that's nice right there. I like how you make yourself disappear. Cool. And now I'm about to go, you know, submerge myself underwater for about a day and a half and see if my lungs don't explode. But yeah, man, that shit was cool. Watch out for Brad Riddle and Alex Da Silva. That's going to be a good fight. And this is on the YouTube details in case you want to copy and paste this, you know, for whatever reason, so you can have like a bout sheet for UFC 253, Fight Island, Abu Dhabi. Okay, yeah, and I forgot to tell you this too, but I was having a conversation with somebody about Khamzat Chimaev, right? And, you know, I try to explain to them that just because Megan O'Leary wants to say that Khamzat Chimaev is the fastest fighter to win 3 fights in the UFC, That's absolutely incorrect. Because this is the way it worked, people. When the UFC initially started, you was fighting more than once in a day. If you so let me ask you this. If I fight 3 times in a night, is that just one win? I fight 3 times, that's 3 wins. There's plenty of people who fought quicker than 3 fights in the amount of time that Chimaev has done. So don't believe the hype too much when it comes to, oh, he's the quickest to do it. He's the quickest to make it to 3 fights in the UFC. Don't believe that shit. You have to really watch the sport and follow it back then. They're just trying to make these names big enough for people to look at them in a different way, to try to build their superstardom up, so they can start trying to put butts in the seats, make these super fights, just like Conor McGregor. The one good thing Conor McGregor had was, the Irish flavor that he brought to the UFC, the brashness that he had, but yet it was personified. It was official to Conor McGregor. So that's why he was able to get away with it and do what he do. But these other fighters, like, from neighboring countries that really don't have that pizzazz, you really have to show that initially for people to link up with you and latch on to you and be drawn in to support you. That's what Conor McGregor had. But Chimaev he's trying to be that guy. Of course, he has, he's gonna. Dana White has already said that Chimaev will return real soon, and he's gonna be fighting a ranked opponent. You heard me. Chimaev's next fight is gonna be a ranked opponent, y'all, and that's big. Chimaev, this guy's just running through his opponents like toilet paper. He's literally wiping his ass and goddamn flushing that shit down his toilet. That's what Khamzat Chimaev is doing. Keep an eye on Khamzat Chimaev, man. Dude, Swedish fighter. He looks like a bigger brother or, a bigger brother of Khabib. But keep your eye out, man. Dude's an issue. A big time issue. Believe me when I tell you. But, anybody who's not thinking that the UFC is putting on these phenomenal cards, you might want to think again. Because you talking about how many fights? You're talking about 12, 14 fights? Probably 11 televised fights. Probably 11 that's going to be on PPV, or however they're going to break this up, or some might have fell out. But still, it's a lot of freaking fights to watch and educate yourself, I was supposed to be at a mixed martial arts gym today. I just couldn't make it out today. I had stuff to do. But I was gonna go there. But I have plenty more time to check it out, I can't get too rusty with my camera shit. I gotta keep my camera shit legit. Too legit to quit. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Anyway, yeah, your boy was working the camera too, man. My shoulders was good to go, man. Like I was getting in the rhythm of knowing. A lot of people, let me tell you something. Those people out there that's doing media and don't understand what's exactly in my catalog is the fact that a lot of that stuff, man, like me taking pictures on the Showtime PBC card, You have to know when a fighter's throwing a punch, and you have to, if you shoot on manual, you have to really know what the lighting. You have to create your own exposure. I learned that shit from scratch, y'all. I learned that shit from scratch, from motherfucking scratch. And it's a big part because you're super multitasking yourself when you go to these fights. You're taking pictures, and then you're trying to get an interview with the camera that you do video with. But yet you have the camera that you take pictures with. So after you finish interviewing your fighter, you know you want to take pictures of the fighter, and then when you get inside the arena, you can take pictures of the fight. That's no problem. But they just don't want you recording it. And most of the people like myself, we have DSLR cameras. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process, man. A lot of people don't understand that. You have to come back and download. Sometimes you might have like 10,000 pictures easy. You got to go through them joints and pick out the MS shots. You know what I'm saying? You know what the MS are, right? The Mike Sierras. That's that military term, the Mike Sierras. Them money shots. Only thing you want is the money shot. You have to put them in a different file, then do a slight edit, and then push them out. But you can come back home for like 10,000, minimal 10,000 shots, easy. Believe me when I tell you. But for those who tune in to the UFC this weekend, pick your poison on what you want. You know, if you want the mixed martial arts and you want to learn about mixed martial arts, do so, man. Boxing is you know what I'm saying? Boxing has been around forever and a day. It ain't going nowhere. But you will have intermittent entertainment when it comes to boxing sometime. You know, speaking of boxing, shout out to Nestor Bravo. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, whether you believe it or not. I don't have no reason to cap. Nestor Bravo had to go through some shit to take that fight. And he still went the distance. I know there was certain freaking media segues saying what they were saying about Nestor Bravo. But this to make no excuses. He had to go through some shit to get that fight, to make that fight himself. He made that fight happen. Esther was going to be strapped. It wasn't because of his culpability either. It wasn't nothing he had to do. So y'all need to understand that when you cutting the fighter short and say he looked like shit, this, that, and the other, that man did a hell of a lot to make that fight card happen. Believe me when I tell you. I'm not saying it from no freaking online source either. He had to go through a lot. He had to make some sacrifices to that fight when it came to weight and everything else, man. Y'all have to show that man some respect. He still went out there and fought after the fight should have been called off. When somebody come in, you know, you got to deal with weight issues and all that other shit. The bubble is no joke. The bubble is restricting a lot of usual, a lot of usual routines that the training camps are used to when they get to the bubble. So if you are supposed to bring certain things to the bubble with you, you have to do it before you get there, because once you're there, you cannot leave. Whoever's with you, they can't leave and go get you something. You have to have everything right there. So if you need certain things to revitalize your fighter after they win and rehydrate them, you have to make sure they're in your possession, because you cannot go downstairs and just chill. Nobody in your camp, your whole team, cannot go outside the bubble. You have to chill. Your boy, your auntie, Uncle Jojo, Hair Paint, Pookie, none of them coming up there to see you. None of them. So that's just word to the wise for those who has fights that's coming up and you headed to the bubble. It's not going to be fun, people. It's not going to be fun for you if you're not used to like isolation. Stand in one spot, one centralized area for a long period of time. That's all I'm saying. But it should be a very good weekend. And what I'm asking y'all to do, man, stop through. Live commentary will be here, breaking down these MMA fights, trying to explain a little bit, educate not only myself, but those who tuned in on what they're actually watching. And sometimes, you know, I try to break down what exactly the fighter is trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how you kind of get a little bit educated as to what's going on in mixed martial arts, when you understand what they're trying to do in certain situations. And then, you know, you have the boxing on Showtime, man. Salute to the Charlo brothers. Salute to Jeison Rosario and Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Louis Nery. You know, they're stepping in there, fighting. And also, you know, you have the one and only Riel Casimero defending his title against Micah. And then also Alameda. And y'all, look, and from my understanding, if I'm not mistaken, hold up. I was about to say, the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Versus Jorge Arce. Goddamn Junior. I don't know if y'all watching that or watched it or whatever. I just happened to run across it. But people, let me see something right quick. I don't know if anybody had popped in. But people, that's all I got tonight, man. I definitely hyped to beast. Jermall doesn't have footwork. He got exposed against sound like somebody else saying the same stuff. I don't know what this word exposed mean. But last time I checked, they're hyped to beast, right? Jermall Charlo is the champion. You know, you can't keep talking about who somebody got exposed and they end up with Sergiy Derevyanchenko right now. Isn't the whole point of boxing is to better yourself? So whatever changes you have to make from the previous fight to the present, that's what you have to do. It's called training. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a debate. Don't you not supposed to agree partially and then disagree with the remaining percentage? If you didn't disagree with somebody, that means they would be considered perfect or factual. And most of the time someone can be factual, but yet you still want somebody to debate the fact because they don't have enough respect for you to let it ride. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. But, you know, Jermall Charlo, you know, that fight with Karabov is a thing of the past. It's done. That means absolutely zero in this fight. Nothing. We can say the same thing from Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko was exposed. If you're gonna use that E word, exposed. Derevyanchenko was exposed by Gennady. He was exposed. He was exposed. A guy named Derevyanchenko was getting off the canvas too, man. He was getting off the canvas. Real talk. Man, Dion, what's good with you, Dion? He says Chavez Jr. got busted up. Damn. Well, he didn't say busted. Yeah, he said busted up again. Man, Jr. got fucked up again. Keon said they had a tournament style all in one night. I've been watching UFC since the first card back in the early 90s, man. For sure, man. That's what it's about. If that was the case, man, I would have talked mixed martial arts a little bit longer when I was on your show, but I didn't want to damn convolute it. You know what I'm saying? Since you primarily boxing, I didn't want to convolute it with going in detail with the fight card, but now I know. It's all good. Next time it's on and popping. We can talk about some mixed martial arts, man. Fight card is coming up. Because you know we got that Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaethje that's on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? That's on the horizon, man. Shout out to Lopez Sr. You know, he junior though, but Lopez Sr. stopping by and stopping by and chopping it up with me again. I appreciate it. Real talk. Shout out to Team Lopez, the takeover. That's why I had never good words, since I had the opportunity to cover him before several times and went out to eat with him and his family. Good people, and his team, good people. Truly appreciate that. It was good times. I ain't gonna lie, it was good times. It was good times. And Lopez Senior, man, good people. He may talk loud and everything, but look what he's been able to do. He's been able to get Teofimo Lopez a title shot. He wins, and now he's fighting for undisputed. He wins undisputed, and he stops. Let's say he even stops Lomachenko. He's on a whole nother level right now from his peers that's in his division. He's on a whole nother level. Lopez is on a whole nother level. Seriously. So, shout out to Team Lopez, man, for stopping through and chopping it up with your boy World Combat Sports, man. Real talk. The recon mission never stopped, y'all. Recon mission never stops. And next week, man, I'm going to be talking to another rising star in the sport of boxing. I would say that interview is going to be Wednesday. Yeah, that interview is going to be Wednesday. Velocity, what's good? Salute to you, man. Should Chavez Jr. stick a fork in it? Well, right now, I don't think it has anything to do with a fork, Velocity. I think it has a lot to do with him being in the oven for quite some time now. Because initially somebody must have freaking kept him under the damn incubator light when he was born too long, because they kind of burned away some of that freaking daddy DNA that was in his system. I think he stayed up under the damn burner too long. They was trying to keep him warm, and shit. They found out he was under there too long. I think it burned away some of that heart. I think it burned away some of that shit Dad had. Shout out to Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Sr. Dude's a legend of the sport, man. I think something burned that away. That's all I'm saying, man. He don't have it. He don't have it, man. I know Dad has been shaking his head for a long time, but guess what? Man, you still gotta love these kids. You still gotta let them know they special in one way or the other, and hopefully they get it right. And that's why I always applaud these families that's out here in the boxing game and the mixed martial arts game. That take a lot. That take a lot for the mom to be the nutritionist. You know what I'm saying? The dad going to the gym, staying long hours, holding mitts, training their kids. Man, that takes a lot, man. That's an unbelievable schedule that you have to keep. Seriously, that's an annual calendar like no other, y'all. I mess with both MMA and boxing, just boxing more. Okay, I feel you. I feel you on that. We'll definitely have to chop it up on some mixed martial arts whenever you get, up the road, man. You have some big cards coming up. The creme de la creme of all is popping off real soon. And that's going to be Justin Gaethje's Khabib Nurmagomedov. We all know what happened. Justin Gaethje came over to the UFC undefeated. He wanted the toughest competition. He wasn't fucking around. Went in there and fought Dustin Diamond Poirier and got stopped. only because he put his head down and be swinging for the fences, even when he's under fire. He don't try to, kind of find a little bit of refuge and, look through his sights again and look for the enemy, target in, zone in on him and say, okay, let me go back out there and get some more. Now he just stay in the fight. That killer be killed mentality couldn't play the way he wanted in the UFC. So he ended up taking a back-to-back loss to Dustin Diamond Poirier and Eddie Alvarez, the Underground King. He had Eddie Alvarez beat, though. But once again, he had the wrong game plan, and Eddie was able to outlast him and win the fight. But he did learn from that. Well, I'm going to tell you, one of the most exciting fighters I have liked since he was in the neighboring organization and the battles he had with Luis Palomino, that's now bare knuckle champion, was the way Justin Gaethje fought his fights. Now, he took a little bit too much punishment for me with 4-ounce gloves on. But he is the highlight. He is the highlight. Between him and Eddie Alvarez jumping off the top gate, which they'll probably never let him do in the UFC again. That shit is amazing. Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje is one of the only two people I've seen do a backflip off the gate. I'm talking about hands out, full layout. But this fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov is one of the biggest fights in UFC history. Real talk. Khabib, 28-0 man, a Sambo world champion, just a very brutish type of individual when it comes to pressing the fight to the ground, up against the cage. His whole entire thought process is to force you into submission. And how he's going to do that is through brute force by punching you in your fucking face. He don't switch up the routine and start dropping knees on you. Khabib locks your body up, restricts you from having any mobility in the process of punching you in your face. And he will talk to you. He say, hey, brother, just give up, brother. I'm looking to keep my title, brother. I'm not here to play tonight. I'm here to get business done, brother. So if you want to tap, brother. Verbal tap. If you don't tap, it's going to be all bad, brother. So either ask Michael Johnson how that felt. Ask Conor McGregor how that felt. Ask Edson Barbosa. Khabib's a different type of animal. But, Justin Gaethje is too, without, really talking to his opponents like Khabib does. I think Justin Gaethje's striking game, his boxing, supersedes that of Khabib. But on the other hand, I'm curious to see how the hips are going to look, the base, the sprawl, the takedown defense of Justin Gaethje when it comes to Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib is super high level, elite. His shot, man, it ticks off quicker than you can blink. Fuck the clock. Khabib shoot on your ass, fuck the clock. Shit, he's in there. We talking about blink of an eye. Khabib would shoot in for a double leg with no setup. Conor McGregor almost had him though. I'm gonna tell you, if you broke down that first initial shot, the way he changed levels, Conor McGregor was waiting on that shit. He almost attempted to do what Jorge Masvidal did to Ben Askren. But he was so flat-footed and heavy on his lead leg to the point where he didn't want to square up, but he wanted to prepare for the shot. So if you look at the shot, look at it. Khabib shot in. He gave the head fake. Boom. Changed levels. In on the hips. On his way to trying to lock his hands up. Once he's inside the danger zone. That means the danger zone for his opposition. Conor McGregor landed a left knee, but it wasn't as much velocity as he wanted it to do damage. If Conor would have had some velocity behind that, like if he would have got any type of wind up with that knee, if he wouldn't be so scared that Khabib was going to shoot in, or he would have had just a little bit more timing with it, he potentially could have hurt Khabib. Conor McGregor potentially could have hurt Khabib or knocked him out, and he would have shocked the world. It couldn't have been nothing you can tell Conor McGregor after that. You think he in the streets fucking up now? If he would have knocked out Khabib Nurmagomedov with that knee that he landed, he would have probably been in another boxing match. If he would have picked up the lightweight title again, he probably would have been fighting Canelo in goddamn 2 months. Because he'd be on top of the world again. Anyway, back to what I was saying. He landed that knee as Khabib shot in, and it hit Khabib. But it wasn't enough on it for Khabib to lose any type of consciousness. If it would have been somewhat to the point where he was able to get momentum, like Jorge Masvidal sprinted up to Ben Askren. He forced Ben Askren to change levels. He forced the reaction out of Ben Askren. That's why he was able to land a perfect knee and get the 5-second knockout. Conor couldn't do it because his feet were so flat. He was trying to brace for the level change, but when it happened, it was so quick. He still got the knee. He still was able to connect with the knee, but it wasn't enough behind it. It wasn't enough power behind it for it to break Khabib down, and so Conor can get on top. That would have been the first time we seen Khabib on his back. Yeah, Nordino Bali and Nonito Donaire is going to be a good strap. Real talk. Real talk. It's going to be a damn good strap. Big Man say Adesanya by 4th round KO. That's highly possible with the cardio issues and all that. That's highly possible. Khabib the GOAT. Khabib is the GOAT right now. He's one of the GOATs. I wouldn't say he's the GOAT because I have to factor in John Jones and Demetrius Johnson too. You know what I'm saying? I still have to factor in Anderson Silva. You know, it's hard on the men's side to say who is the legitimate GOAT. So if you want to talk about GOAT, it has to be off how many losses, their resume, and right now John's resume is unfucking believable. I get what you're saying, man. My UFC pound for pound top 5: Khabib, Adesanya, Usman. God damn, Usman. Usman's starting to grow on me just a little bit. Just a little bit. But not much. Usman. I'm excited to see AJ get back in the ring. I want to see how much he's improved since he has been out the ring for 9 months. We'll see how he looks in his next fight. You know, he's been doing what AJ does. So we'll see how we'll know what Kubrat has for him. Max Holloway should be the featherweight champ. A lot of people feel that Max Holloway could have won a rematch. But will we see Max get another shot with Alexander Volkanovski as champion? I don't think so. He's 0-2. That just takes me back to Daniel Cormier and John Jones. If you 0-2, it's no rivalry. It's no rivalry, people. Seriously, it's no rivalry, man. That's all I'm saying, people. It's no rivalry. I like Max Bless Holloway too, man. His son is a beast. I'm telling you, his son, man, his son may end up being in mixed martial arts when he get older. Shit, watch what I tell you. John Jones still holding out. Yeah, he want that money. I don't blame him. Marty the toe stumper. Yeah, man. I mean, Marty had two official. His shit was official. Even though I'm not sold on Marty, like Marty beat Tyrone Woodley, man. He beat him fair. He beat Kobe fair. So for Kobe coming back trying to stir up the pot close to election time and making it seem like he want to make it a racial divide, man, that's just Kobe Covington being Kobe Covington with the freaking denigrating comments, man. You know, that's him trying to be Mr. Controversy. Period. Any way for him to get back in there and fight Kamaru Usman. Hey, you had your chance when you and Kamaru Usman did not like each other the first time. And I'm gonna keep it a hundo. Kamaru Usman has a pretty good track record with people he don't like. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he beat Jorge Masvidal and he beat freaking Kobe Covington. He has a pretty good track record with motherfuckers that he just have beef with. Like, you can't say shit. The man went in there and did what he had to do. Now, you know, he's going in there with the guy that used to be his training, you know, used to be one of his training partners in the same gym, Gilbert Burns. You know what I'm saying? So Gilbert Burns is going to be up next. Good guy. You know, so we are talking about BJJ world champion several times. Abu Dhabi, ADCC. I think he has an EBI in there, Eddie Bravo invitation. You know, and of course some no gi grappling. It's a difference. That's what separates black belts. Black belts who train in the gym and black belts who compete. Remember I told you that. People. Adesanya doing well for himself. Got a Puma deal fighting Costa, a big middleweight. Yeah, I heard about his Puma deal. Congrats to him. I'm not mad at him, man. Get your money. You know. Now we need him to go in here and make sure that he gives us our money worth. Because this is PPV. This ain't free TV. This is not free TV, homie. This is PPV. So you have to give us a good performance. No more Yoel Romero and I took my time and all this other shit. No. We want the real deal on PPV. Max is literally the Mike Tyson of the UFC. I don't know about that. Now. What Mike Tyson are you talking about? Is another Mike Tyson I don't know about? Because I don't see Mike Tyson as I don't see Max as a Mike Tyson now. But I do see him as, like, who did I put him with? Who can I match him up with that'll be reasonable? You know, when it comes to the sport of boxing, it can't be Mike Tyson, man. It can't be Mike Tyson. I'll have to say Arturo Gotti, man. I have to give him the Gotti stamp. Because Max will fight on the spot. Like, Max don't care. He wanted in the center. You know, that damn round that him and Ricardo Lamas had. He told Ricardo Lamas, like, right here, right now in the center of the ring. Ricardo Lamas did. And almost got his ass knocked out, too. Shit. Nah, Adesanya is not the Mayweather of the UFC. Stop it. Deacon 305 in the building. Salute to you, man. Salute, OG. How you feel, bro? D Hodges back in the building. What's good? Dan said, I heard Spence, Danny going to be at the AT&T Arena. Yeah, that's what I heard too with live fans. And you know I'm trying to go there. I'm just keeping it clear. I'm trying to be there. I'm trying my best to be at that fight. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm hearing a whole lot of for woogie woogie. I'm hearing a lot of the doogie hoogie on how they're going to play this live fan shit. I'm going to keep it to myself right now until, you know, a little bit more sprinkles come out on what they're going to try to do with this live fan stuff. But, man, they're not going to hit me in the head with a motherfucking tire iron. I say, but the seat originally was supposed to cost $150. So you're trying to tell me it costs $45.50? $4,550? God damn. I'm thinking they're going to increase the prices for this. Hey, man, I don't blame them. Get it in where you fit in. If they're going to start this, look, if Spence and Garcia is going to have a live gate, man, let's do this so we can start opening up some other stuff. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't mad at them. Have a live gate. Make your money. Somebody has to do it. We want to start going back to the arenas. And what's going to suck, it don't matter if the media goes to the arena or not. If it's still that bubble, it's still going to be like, okay, there's going to be some type of test in there, and it's going to be a limited amount of predetermined guests or whatever fans, and you're probably going to have to get tested while you're there. And if you test positive, you probably get a refund. I don't know. I can't tell you, people. But yeah, that's what I heard too. Who wins, Usyk or Chisora? Okay, Usyk versus Derek Chisora. I like Chisora. War, he brings it. Well, I truly know, we both know Alexander Usyk is the more technically sound fighter. But in this case, I just feel that if Derek Chisora can land something significant, he may be able to hurt Usyk. But I have Usyk winning that fight. Seriously, I have Usyk winning that fight. It's probably going to be the same type of boredom that we experienced with Tyson Fury and Klitschko. I think he's just going to box. To be honest. Hopefully they don't finesse us again, building up like it's going to be an epic brawl. Then it turned out to be Romero versus Adesanya. That's all I'm saying. You know, he signed this new Puma deal. So he called himself, you know, reaching a new level in his career where he's getting sponsorship now. So we expect you to level up too once you go in here with these big names. So don't give us no cheap ass, you know, once the bell ring, you and Paulo Costa want to perform the Mannequin Challenge 2.0. We don't want to see that shit. Deacon 305 say everything boxing is sports. Salute King. Predictions for the Saturday. Verticos versus Taylor. I mean, look. One thing about you missed out something. Taylor versus Kong Song. Okay. Breeders. That's gonna be a good fight though. That's gonna be a good fight. I can tell you this: Josh Taylor and Amnon Kungsung. He hasn't fought the level of competition Josh Taylor's fought. They damn near have similar records. You know what I'm saying? 16-0. A little small disparity of knockouts. But of course I'm going with Josh Taylor. Of course. I'm going with Casimero, man, to defeat Duke. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but I know it was talks between him and Inouye, and the money's broke that talk up. You know, it was a money issue. So Duke, he gets his shot in line, and I see Casimero winning that fight. I like Casimero as a fighter, man. I already said this earlier, man. This is a 50-50 fight with Jermell Charlo versus Rosario. It's a 50-50 fight, man. It's a 50-50. Like we sit down here, 50. That unification of junior middleweight is a 50-50 to me.
I know a lot of people talking knockout, man. To me, it's a 50. Split it. Jermall versus Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko was dropped by Triple G, man. You think that if Jermall Charlo get him hurt, he gonna let him back in? I mean, I think Jermall Charlo has enough to potentially stop him. You know, even though Derevyanchenko is not the person to get stopped like that. I think if he get him hurt real bad, he might be able to keep the heat on him. I mean, them cardios are shown. I mean, them Charlos have shown to have decent cardio, respectable cardio, man. So this what we looking for. These are the fights that we want to see them use their cardio and be savage with it. This is what we want to see. Yeah, big fights on Halloween. Yeah, I heard about that. Yep. While the kids out trick-or-treating, we watching some boxing. Nah. Not I, said the cat. I don't have to worry about that no more. I'll let y'all worry about your kids out there trick-or-treating. These people lost their goddamn mind. They want to give your kids some shit they don't supposed to have. Too blessed to be stressed and highly favored. And you say, King, I'm blessed by the best, for sure. You know, I actually got that from Paul Williams, man. Every time you talk to him, say, I'm doing good. I'm blessed by the best. You know, I got that from Paul Punisher Williams, man. Dan say, seeing if Tank makes weight is more exciting than. You know what? To be honest, there, Dan, I'm not worrying about Tank making weight. I mean, he knows what he has to do. If Tank want to go up here and miss weight, it's absolutely his problem. What I do want to see Tank do is just be a superstar, which we know he can do. I've seen Tank box on several occasions. Tank is a beast, man. And the boxing public is gonna recognize this in upcoming fights. I'm telling you, Tank is a beast. He's gonna be at 35 for quite some time. And he may not fight the fighters that you want him to fight. So don't get your hopes up too high. Like Leo Santa Cruz at 130, okay. That's not who we want you to fight, man. We want you up here at 35. So if it's up to him, he's with Floyd, it's up to him to make sure he make this weight, bro. That's all I can say to that. It is absolutely Tank's accountability, man. You can say, Big Dan, I believe that he'll make weight. Floyd is all over him for this one. Yeah, he's did most of his training in Vegas, man, which is good. Instead of being up there with and no knock on Calvin Ford, Coach Calvin Ford, cool cat, man. But I think if he would have, just hung out either down here or up in Baltimore, he would have had some distractions and shit. Because you down here, they always talk about, certain individuals being down here in these strip clubs. I ain't gonna mention no names because I don't care what they do during their off time down here. That's what they want to do. I want to see Casimero versus Umm I, and that fight was supposed to happen. They couldn't get the money right, so they had to wait. Because he's my favorite fight, and I think he has enough power to KO Umm I. It'll be a good fight, man. I like Casimero. He's legit. I was looking forward to my boy Josh Greer to go up there and get that fight with Casimero, but we'll see. We'll see. He work himself back up, man. Shout out to Josh Greer. Don't blink. He got to work his way back up, man. But a good point there, Dan. Good point. He's my favorite fight, and I think he has enough power to KO Umm I. I want to see Umm I fight Obali too. That would be a great fight. I don't know if it'll be a great fight. I think Umm I would stop Obali. Now, what would be interesting if Nonito Donaire defeats Nordine Obali, and then we get Donaire Umm I again. You know what I'm saying? We get them again. But if I was Umm I and your next opponent is Jason Maloney, he should be able to defeat Jason Maloney. But then after that, who I will fight next, I would try to get the in my opinion, I would try to go for the Casimero. because he's the younger fighter. You already done fought Nonito Donaire, so go fight Casimero, man, for that WBO title. And then come back for the WBC, because ain't nobody. Look, it's only one other person that's going to step in. And remember, I told you that. It's going to be Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's at 18 right now. He stepped in against Sabizio, I believe. His name was Sabizio. And yeah, Rigondeaux is there. He holds a belt. I think he holds the WBA regular belt at bantamweight. So look for Rigondeaux to be back in the mix, man. Charles back in the building. What's good? No doubt Tank has real KO power. The Mike Tyson of the lightweight division, but he needs a test. Is Leo really a test? Leo Santa Cruz, 4th division champion. He's legit, man. He's a future Hall of Famer, whether you want to look at it or not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his Frampton days are long gone. And I just don't see him placing Tank in a situation where he's just going to overwhelm him with something he ain't never did. Look, people, you know Tank getting in a lot of trouble outside the ring, but Tank can box his ass off, man. Tank is a motherfucker when it comes to these gloves. Seriously. I tell you, if Tank was any taller, if Gervonta Tank Davis was any taller, man, y'all will have a problem on your hands. I'm talking about him moving up to 47, 54, in his career. I don't see him moving anything outside of 40 when he starts to make that move. But if he had any more height on him, dude would be a beast. I'm talking about bigger than he is now, man. Andrew Charles in the building. Salute to you, bro. That Big Dan, you think AJ can beat Wilder? Well, the one thing about AJ beating Wilder, he actually has to commit to step in the ring with him. And we already know how that's been. AJ has been quite frightful. You know what I'm saying? He's been quite frightful. And now he's saying that, if he has to face Alexander Usyk, something about, dropping his WBO belt so he can get a fight with Tyson Fury if that happens. So, if Tyson Fury, retains the WBC title, he'll just fight Kubrat Pulev, drop his title to Alexander Usyk so he can fight a unification match with Tyson Fury. If you ain't never heard some goddamn Scrabble board type UK bullshit, I swear, man, just do it the right way. Do it the right way. All right? Do it the freaking right way. Ryan's supposed to be fighting Luke Campbell, a really tough test and former WBC. Dan, stop all that. Stop, Dan. Stop. Dan just said, fight Luke Campbell, a really tough test and former WBC. I'll take that back. I'm just fucking with you, man. It's going to be a tough test, supposedly, for Ryan Garcia. Yes. I don't think more so for Luke Campbell. But how he fighting washed up 39-year-old Gamboa and Gervonta fighting a pillow-fisted Leo. I'll look at it like this, starting with the Luke Campbell situation. It's time for Luke Campbell to win, period. Luke Campbell needs to win. And I don't want to see him go in here with Ryan Garcia early round and we're looking at a dunno or Fonseca. We're looking at some bullshit. If Campbell goes in here and he get knocked out in under 6 rounds by Ryan Garcia, I'm going to call motherfucking bullshit. Dirty draws shit. Because I know goddamn Luke Campbell can fight better than that. I know he can. I feel that he has a better skill set than Ryan Garcia. But he go in here and get knocked out early just so you can act like Ryan Garcia is this next best power puncher, man. Get out of here. Flat-footed. Box his ass. You Olympian. Box Ryan Garcia. Don't try to get on the inside. It's no need. He's just trying to damn wait and throw his counters early. Put his ass on pause, goddamn, and make him damn box. Do you know why Haney has to fight Gamboa? Gamboa is an opponent they selected. I'm gonna tell you something about Gamboa, man. I have to give Gamboa his mad props for being the age he is, being the professional he is, and everything, and seeing him go in there and fight Gervonta Davis up close and personal. I still have some pictures from that fight that I haven't even put out there yet. Gamboa is a tough-ass fighter. But is he really a tough test for Devin Haney? And the reason I'm saying that, you're talking about a person who was at one point in time was running track at a pretty decent level. That's all I'm going to put it. I ran hurdles. When you pull a hamstring, it takes time to fucking heal. But I've seen runners who fuck their Achilles tendon up and they don't return for the whole freaking year of running. Gamboa fucked up his Achilles tendon in December. You trying to tell me that shit is healed? Are you trying to tell me that shit is right for November? Fuck no. No, you ain't proving that shit to me. You can call it what you want. Don't get on here talking no bullshit saying, oh man, why are you trying to degrade the fight? I ain't trying to do anything no one else has done. Gamboa's Achilles tendon, if it's ruptured, you trying to tell me that shit is A1? Man, Achilles tendon, man, that's a pinky toe. That shit has a lot to do with a lot of things. And I believe, from my understanding, that Achilles tendon is off the foot he pushed off with, right? I don't think he's 100%. I don't think he's 100%. And as you asking me why Gamboa? I mean, Gamboa has a name coming from facing Gervonta Davis. So why not, if Team Haney don't have a fight? They don't have a fight. They don't have no names. Fight Gamboa. It would be a good fight for Devin Haney. It's checked, even though Wilder needs to work on a lot. Trilogy in order. Let me see what that means. And what do you think about Wilder needs to improve in the trilogy in order to beat Fury? Because if you guys keep saying the glove gate, Wilder won't think he needs to change his just make sure Fury gloves. I see where you're coming from. I'm not sure what you're saying, y'all. But Wilder needs to put more combinations together and get back to what he used to early on in his career. And he had a blistering jab, and it was surgical. He need to put that jab out on Fury. You know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, we just need him to come in healthy. He didn't look like the Wilder the first time he stepped in the ring. He need to work that jab. Put together some solid combinations, man, when he in close on Fury. Don't allow Fury to lean on him and bully him, so to speak, this time around. A lot that was learned in that rematch will not be duplicated the trilogy. I told you. It won't be duplicated the trilogy. A lot went on, and for those who actually follow Wilder, they know he wasn't 100%. So that man is a grown-ass man who has 42 wins and 41 knockouts. You think him listening and knowing us talking about cheating Fury, that is going to say, hey people, you want to go over here to Disney World? They just saying all it was is Fury gloves, so I'll be good next time. That's not happening. I know that for a fact. He's down in Miami training right now. Know that. He's in Miami training right now, man. He'll be good. I look forward to him taking that title, getting that title back, man. It's checked even though Wilder needs to go on a lot. Not sure what that means. Oh, make sure Fury's glove. I ain't worried about Fury gloves, man. That shit's gonna be a lot of scrutiny placed on that. They're gonna have to take necessary measures ahead of time before they step in the arena again, and that's up to the teams, man. That's not up to me. I can create a whole lot of scenarios about what needs to happen, but at the end of the day, it's not up to me to do that. You know, everything from water to food, everything. I think Ryan gonna make a statement against Luke. I don't know what statement it will make unless he knocks him out in under 5. If he knocks him out early, of course, that would be better than what Lomachenko was able to do. Why? Because he went the distance with Lomachenko. That's just like Devin Haney facing Mason Menard. He knocked him out in 9. Teal knocked him out in 1. Face first. Sleep. Everybody wants to make an example out of a fighter that's in their division. They want to do one up. I got to do one up. That's what this is about. This game is one up in the next. And what Teofimo Lopez, he ain't trying to do one up on Lomachenko. He's trying to go in there and just goddamn be up, period. Lomachenko's trying to go in there and take all the straps and goddamn say, okay, I dictate the motherfucking terms, and that's what we really want. If Teofimo can go over here and shut down Lomachenko and get these belts, man. Because goddamn it, this is a big fight. The man would have picked up a championship in his first division and basically unified the entire division. Now, for those of you that didn't see, you know, that's why I like the ones who stopped through, you know, to leave the comments, the true supporters. Because when I was talking to Teal's dad the other day, Junior, right? I even told him, I said, you know, let me know about what you feel about the franchise, because you kind of grew up in the sport of boxing where you appreciate the WBC Super. So I asked him the same thing that I said before. I mean, don't you believe that, you know, if he wins, he should fight Devin Haney for the unification? And he didn't put it absolutely omit it. He didn't agree to it, but he didn't omit it. He didn't deny it. He just didn't say, it's, you know, like he did before. It's up to T.O. and they'll see. If the money's right, they have no problem fighting Devin Haney for all the crowns down to 35. He said it. He has no problem. That's who's had a grand year. Picked up the IBF title, fighting for undisputed, and $2 million, which Lomachenko did not reduce his purse for Teofimo Lopez. Teo was just able to get more money, and he almost lost that fight. And if by chance that fight would have fell out, Felix Verdejo, who fought Lomachenko in the amateurs, would have absolutely been the next man in line. Yes. So you got to give up the Team Lopez, man, for negotiating more money and increasing their stock. Being so young in the game, 23 years old. Increasing the stock, y'all. I get it, but Gamboa, you could have Mendy, Selby, Comey. Not Comey coming off that knockout. Okay? Listen, that's a big task for, Haney's coming off an injury too now. Haney's coming off an injury. Selby, I don't think Selby wanted to fight. You gotta pick a name that people are familiar with. People familiar with Gamboa right now, especially coming off that fight with Tank. They familiar. Look, Gamboa, he earned some fans coming off that fight with Gervonta. I heard Luke versus Ryan going to happen sometime in November. They still don't have a date set. Well, I did hear that Terrence Bud Crawford and Kell Brook is going down November 17th. So, we'll see how that works out. For those of you looking forward to that fight. Velocity Cuts, Mendy still top 10 lightweight. He could fight Comey. Yeah, I don't think Mendy would have, been good to fight, for the butts in the seats, man. You know what I'm saying? I know Wilder is Miami training with Tay Jones, Breland, and JD's because on live, Tay said he was packing and go down to Miami for the training camp. Absolutely. Yeah, I talked to Tay. He said he was down in Miami at the time, and you're absolutely right. They was down there with the team and everything in sunny Miami, getting it in. That's what it's up. Squad up. Squad up. Bronze Bomber. Go get that work in. Go get that work in, shawty. Teofimo Senior and Teofimo ducking Haney. No one believes that. Verdejo, this Felix Verdejo, they come on, bruh. The guy's a bum. I'm telling you who was next in line. He's not a bum either, man. Felix Verdejo is not a bum. He lost to a bum, not disciplined. Yeah, he not disciplined. Not disciplined. He was out there partying. He fell off the wheel. He ain't no bum. How he a bum, man? Man, y'all don't start to show your true colors in your language now. Just hop on the panel, man. Shit. It's already going on 2 o'clock. If y'all want to talk boxing, the invitation is out there. Man, come on, man. Y'all playing. Y'all is playing early in the morning, man. It's Saturday already. You know what I mean? It's Saturday. It's fight day. While y'all bullshitting around, we're going to stay on here, goddamn, bring breakfast and get them wings on deck. Goddamn, order 1,000 piece. And goddamn telling you that shit better be on time, too. I want 1,000 piece. 1,000 piece in the South, that should be gone in an hour. Wilder was not himself in that fight. Everything about him that seemed off. Anyone thinking Felix is a bum? Don't know too much about him. He's changed himself around. He just fell off the wagon a little bit. He's still competitive, and he was going to be next in line, man, if Teofimo didn't work out for Lomachenko. I'm just telling you the news. Wilder Fury 3 might be the toughest fight for both men's life. It should be. It's a trilogy. It should be, but it shouldn't. It should be, but it shouldn't, because whoever makes the right changes and go in here with the sound mindset and calibrate both fights and know what they need to do with the with their ring IQ and everything, and be smart. The right person will come out of that fight with the belt. That'd be, of course, the Bronze Bomber. I'm prepping for my fight What you working with? What you gonna be doing over there at your fight party, there, Dion? Are you gonna be bringing in some heavy hitters, like outside the wings? What you talking about? Outside the wings, what we talking? Oh, my fault. He was speeding and got into a motorcycle accident. I told you he fell off the wagon. I mean, if you look at motorcycles, they destructive, man. But that's something that he's cleared up now. And what does I do? Motorcycles can be an adrenaline rush for some people, and they can get you hurt. Jay Will, Diego Corrales, Paul Williams. It's another person. I forgot that was injured. But I always look at it like this. The extreme life is different for everybody. Seriously. I know my way of riding motorcycles is going to be different from somebody else, especially the brothers. I don't see too many brothers that like knee dragging. I do. I like going through a curve with hardly any brake and sliding through that. Pull up out there on one wheel. I like that. I mean, I don't like driving crazy. I just like going, on some nice rides. But anyway, yeah, he had some motorcycle situations, man, and the motorcycles are dangerous if you just own. Just say, for instance, the worst thing for a boxer or athlete to do is go out here and get a fast bike, which some years ago it was the 1300 Busa, the Hayabusa, or the K14 or K12, the Suzuki 1000, or they got the big money, they get a duck. We call them ducks, but them Ducatis. It all depends. And they really don't know how to ride a bike, but yet they go out here and get a Ferrari. That's a bike. And you get a Ferrari of a bike, and you don't know how to handle it, and you wind up dead. Dead. Because some people believe it's up to the pedestrians that's driving next to you to save your life. No, it's really up to you to make sure you pay attention to what you're doing. I'm prepping. My fault. He was speeding. Fight of the year contenders: Obali versus Donaire. Spence versus Danny. Povetkin versus White 2. Povetkin versus White 2. Nobody ain't looking for that shit. Nobody ain't looking for that shit right there. We looking for Obali versus Donaire. Spence versus Danny. Absolutely. But we ain't looking for Povetkin White. Nah. We ain't looking for that. We already done seen what we needed to see with that. We ain't trying to see that again. Look, it's possible for White, Dillian White, to go back in here and stop Povetkin, because he almost did it the first. It's possible. It's possible for him to go get his belt. Possible. I can't deny it. It's possible for Dillian White to go get it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's highly possible. It's not impossible. Man, Povetkin old, but he has a solid resume. Only 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? Povetkin, whether he has one foot out the door for retirement or not, he knocked Dillian White cold smack out, shouted, cut the lights off, and pulled the covers over his head and let him sleep. Let him sleep. Land a nod. Ribs. God damn, you starting off with ribs? You starting off with ribs, homie? Man, don't make me drive up there, shawty. For real. Don't do it. Because the last time I called you when I was up there. So don't act like I didn't reach out and I was capping. I call you. Talking about you having all that shit. Don't play, dog. I will pulls up. ribs, lamb chops. Man, I don't even need to be talking about this shit this late. Because I'm going to end up going out there and try to have a restaurant open up and make me a meal. Try to get some filet mignon. What? No, you capping, dog. No, Dion. No. Just for fight night, you going to get some filet mignon in the AM, dog? Okay. Alabama plays tomorrow, so that's going to be hard. Okay. I got you. I have a fight party at my house today. We got pizza, wing, chips, dip, Modelo, Bud Light, and fries. I hear that, man. You got the pizza, wings, and chips. Damn. Man, you got to put some more to that, man. Unless it's homemade pizza. You know, they make it fresh. You know what I'm saying? They got that, that fresh pizza made, but I doubt it. Yeah, Modelo, man. Modelo in the building. Shout out to Modelo, man. A lot of sponsorship out there. None of them are my favorite drinks, though. So, but I will sip on some Modelo. You know what I'm saying? Whenever. Facts it up to you to drive safer. Can't control what people are doing on the road. But all you can do is survive. Yes, it's awareness and everything, man. Real talk. I was running bikes before I was out of high school, man. I was learning from the OGs before I was even out of freaking high school. And then I chilled when I got to my first duty station. I chilled because I was out there in the streets. I want to see Ruiz do something. Might be waiting for a minute though. Now Ruiz is good. I want Ruiz to come back and fight somebody of importance. Seriously. They showing the lightweight. I have to hold on. I gotta go back. I'm watching the fight from last night, a replay. They had the lightweight landscape. Hell no, I gotta take a picture of this. I'm gonna put this shit up. Hold on for a second. They must have lost their damn mind putting this shit up here. They must have lost their mind. These motherfuckers capping. Okay. I see what you did there. So, PBC put up the PBC lightweight landscape. Mitchell Rivera, 18-0, 12 knockouts. Javante, 23-0, 22 knockouts. Javier Fortuna, 35, 2-1, 24 knockouts. Of course, Rolly in a robbery. I say Rolly in a robbery. Rolly Romero, 12-0, 10 knockouts. And of course, your Yukis Gamboa, he's on the end. That's the PBC lightweight landscape. Anyway. Friends, what's good, man? Shout out to you. What up? What's good? Back to Ruiz, Andrew. I think Ruiz, man, he's gonna come back and fight somebody that's worth it. You know, he got so much talent, man. I just wish the first Ruiz would have showed up to the rematch with Joshua. That's all I'm saying. I wish he would have, man. Seriously. Yeah, Areola is on his last leg out the door. You know what I'm saying? That's the word. Areola, he said he was coming back, and if he lose, he's going to retire. But, of course, he lost, and he ain't retired yet. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying with Ruiz, you know? Chavez Jr., 2-time quitter of the year, quits again, professional quitter. Man, y'all better stop messing with Chavez Jr. Shit. He might roll up there with some goddamn sky blue mixed with a tad bit of neon yellow and some motherfucking fuchsia's pink strips in his hair with some heels. But leave that man alone. He need to get his life together, though. Seriously, he need to get his life together. That's all that is. Let me see. Rob is in the building. What is up? What's up with you? It's fight day. Let me be the first to announce to everybody that's in the building. It is showtime. Saturday, September 26, 2020. This is the fight night you've been waiting for. PBC Showtime, PPV. You have a double hitter in Jermell Charlo facing Jeison Rosario. And in the next headliner, you have Jermall Charlo facing Sergiy Derevyanchenko for the WBC middleweight title. And did I say there's an undercard? You also get Nery facing Alameda, and Riel Casimero, the WBO bantamweight world champion, facing Micah. Be sure to tune in to PBC Showtime Boxing. And the next heavy card is in mixed martial arts, the UFC 253. Main event is Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. And the co-main event, Dominick Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz for the vacant light heavyweight title. And that is it for the fight night headliners as we know it today. So for those of you that's up right now, it's going on 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We might as well just meet at IHOP. You know, get a bite to eat, get some pancakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some cocoa. Eggs, sausage, bacon, hash. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. Grits. Don't act like you don't know what grits is, man. Come on. None of y'all on this live chat gotta make weight. Stop playing. Stop playing. Eat some grits with a square of butter in it. Yeah. So I've just read in the live chat from Rob, he's saying that Charlo will lose. So I'm not sure why the contentiousness and the animus is being placed against the Charlos. But when you say Charlo will lose, there's more than one that is contending, Rob. So therefore I need clarification. Please elucidate. All right? What homies you talking about there, friends? I mean, you can invite them for the live chat. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about though. What homies are you talking about? I just need to know who you're talking about. Just give me some names. That's all I need. I do not know what homies you talking about. Rob, get your drinks. It's fight night. Get your proper 12. Modelo, Bud. Got Dominick Reyes. East wins. Yeah, Dominick Reyes, I got him winning. I don't know if it's an easy win, but I got him winning. I mean, I think he means Jermall. Possible. Glenn Guido won. What are you talking about inviting them? They know they welcome over here. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, come on, man. Why wouldn't they be welcome? You know what I'm saying? It's just this goddamn going on 2 o'clock. Y'all trying to goddamn wait till the sun come up in this motherfucker, dog. Wait for the goddamn sun come up. I don't know what's coming. You know, there's a point in time in the South where the clubs closed at 7:30 in the morning. But not only that, at around 5:30 to 6, they serve breakfast. And I'll be perfectly honest, plenty of times that I've ate breakfast in a strip club. I'm just being honest, man. The breakfast was good, too. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was on point. I mean, of course, that was back in the day, not now, though. They changed those rules. When did Dortico's fights? What time his fight come on? And you know what it is? You're always welcome, friends. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro. It's all good, man. 12 p.m. Okay. I'll see. Definitely. I'll see what's up. But yo, friends, I get where you coming from, man. Y'all welcome, man. It's all good. Whenever y'all want to pop up, man, drop in, pull up. You know, it's all good, man. Hey, but people, I'm about to, since it's Friday, man, I'm about to go in here and fix my son some breakfast. We're about to have a Friday/Saturday morning big breakfast, man, for real. I might just even take him out to IHOP, man. Forget it. I might just go to IHOP. I didn't see it. What Rob say? Link? I would, bro, but I know if we get on here, we're going to be on here to 3 a.m., Rob. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in here for 3 a.m. But I got to go fix my son some breakfast, man, and that's what's going to be popping. Shout out, France. You do the same, my brother. You do the same. Man, family first. Rob, come on. Family first, man. I've been on here. How long have I been in here? You just popped on late. I've been on here over 2.5 hours already, man. Over 2.5 hours. But I appreciate everybody who stopped through, man. I definitely got to go fix my son some breakfast because, you know, that's like something we do. We got to get fueled up. I got to get fueled up for tonight. It's going to be a long night. You know what I'm saying? I need for y'all to keep that same energy and bring some more people over here for fight night tonight, man. You know what it is? We got to talk up this fight night. We got to talk about the Charlo brothers, PBC, everybody else, Louis Nery. Shoot. You know, Riel Casimero, Jermall Charlo, Alameda. We got to make sure, you know, these fights get out here. The UFC 253 card. Israel Adesanya, man, facing Paulo Costa in the middleweight championship. Co-main event, Dominick Reyes, Juan Blachowicz for the vacant light heavyweight. And then we have several names, several fight cards that's on the main, 7 fights on the main card. But I got to bounce, people. I appreciate everybody for stopping through. Real talk, salute. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports and be sure to stop back through and support your boy. I'm out.